What's poppin', fam? Welcome to Don't Touch My Mindset, a podcast that is designed to uplift, inspire, and motivate you, and most importantly, share tools to help you protect that mindset. Ooh, I'm excited. Hello. Happy Mindset Day. Happy Wednesday. How you feeling? I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I am your host, Jay Chase, and I am feeling inspired, focused, and connected. If this is your first time here, please press that follow button, subscribe, rate, review. If anything resonates from this episode, share with a friend. It really helps the show grow. Special thanks to the Phoenix program here in Columbia, Missouri, man. Had a chance to speak to some very, very special individuals yesterday, just on really understanding why we want the life that we want, like the decisions that we make, and how to manage destructive emotions and habits to be the person that we want to be. Special event. Special thanks to Reframe. That community is amazing. I've been able to serve there at a high capacity, but I also want to invite you guys to the workshop that we are putting on. Don't Touch My Mindset is hosting a Break the Cycle workshop. If you're feeling resentment, if you're tired of the same old things, if you feel like you're in that repeated cycle, that pain, don't know why, you need to be at this workshop. Get in the room of people who want to better themselves, who want to do better. So that is happening October 2nd. That's like 12 days away, guys. 12 days away. There are still seats available. Please go over to thejchase.com/event and get your tickets. Just sign up, invest in yourself. I love you guys. Today's mindset is servant leadership. Like, really, who do you serve? When you wake up in the morning, do you wake up for you? Are you motivated? Are you disciplined? Like, who do you wake up for? What's your why? And a deeper look of, who am I doing this for? What am I doing? And why am I doing it? So, like, today I want to help you get clear. I want to help you see who you really are meant to serve, because in order to add value, we have to serve. I love you guys. So we're going to just take a dive into that. The beautiful thing I see in social media in today's society is that a lot of people want to help. A lot of people want to share their story. A lot of people want to share their truth. And that's amazing. What I get often is, Jay, how did you figure out who you talk to, who you help, who you serve? How'd you get into this business? What did you need to discover about yourself? And so it really brought me to some deep thinking of, like, who do I serve? What do I do? And why do I serve them? So who, why, what, right? And I mentioned this in a previous episode of get out of your way and remember the who, what, why. The why, who, what. The who, why, what. And I wanted to break that down a little bit more for you, because, we can all help, but lack, if you're experiencing lack, I believe that is a significant sign that you're not adding value in a specific area in your life, whether that's your mindset, your body, your spirit, your networking relationships, your intimate relationships, your business, or your financial goals. Whether that's your hustle, what you do and how you do it. It's if you're experiencing lack in any of those areas, or any areas outside of there that you may think of, it's a sign you're not adding value. So how do we add value? We have to think of someone that we serve. We have to think of, like, why we do something, right? And what that will do for someone, right? In my case, 5 years sober. I've been through the ringer, went to prison, went through drug court, which is a program that's here in Missouri that's very intense. Completed that, walked down probation, which is another very intense program. And now I'm finally a free man. First time in 10 plus years. But why do I do what I do now? So I help individuals who suffer from substance use disorder manage destructive emotions and habits to maintain recovery. How do I do that? I use the DISC assessment. We tailor an individual relapse prevention plan to their needs, their motivators, and their behavior and communication styles. See, the DISC assessment is something that corporate America has used for years on years on years. I mean, I think like 1 million people take this assessment yearly. Many Fortune 500 companies use this assessment to help with managing people, hiring, selection, how to communicate better, what roles to put them in for the company, what value they bring, right? And like I said, value. And I've done research. This can help healing addiction in our community. After going through all those programs, after going through everything that I went through, going through the ringer, I look back and nobody really asked me who I was. What do I enjoy doing? Like, they told me to replace like drinking with something else, but like, who am I? How do I behave? How do I communicate? Do I prefer a faster pace? Am I people-oriented? Am I at a slower pace, or am I task-oriented? It's very, very interesting. So why do I do what I do? Because I didn't have somebody like that for me. So when I think, who did I need 5 years ago? When 20-something-year-old Jay woke up in jail and didn't see daylight for another 5 months. When I spent, 6 months in prison and in confinement, who did I need back then? I needed someone to show me how to do this, how to maintain, because I didn't have an option. Like, I didn't choose this life. What I told some individuals the other day is that, like, why do you want this life? Like, I didn't want this life because I chose this life. This life chose me, right? The life of being sober, getting it together, this place of leadership, all of this, it chose me. I say you're called, right? You have a purpose. You have a passion for that purpose. Put a flame on that candle. So who do you serve? I serve those who are like me, those in active recovery, those who want to maintain, those who want to keep pushing to being a better version of themselves. That's why I say be the best that you can be, because there's a group of individuals that will never be what they're supposed to be until you become the best version of you. It's that simple. And so you flip that into service, right? Divine servant leadership. You're called to your purpose. You serve at a high capacity, and those who are meant to follow you will. You're not supposed to be for everybody. Everybody's not going to like you, right? You're not going to mesh with everybody. Not a lot of people can do me. Some people need scientific data. Some people need anecdotal. Some people need the breakdown of how, why, what, when. And some people need a constant, steady pace. Me, I don't move it. I don't move at a constant, steady pace. You got me up, and then I'm down, and then I'm not real detail-oriented. Me, high pace, fast action. That's just who I am. And everybody has a certain style, but you're not for everybody. So think about who you needed when you were in your darkest, who you needed when you felt like you didn't have anybody to lean on, and become that person, right? Reverse engineer that. Who are you going to be in 5 years? My mentor was giving a speech, and he said, write down when you want to die. How many years is that, right? 1, it's probably less than the amount of money that you have. And 2, that ain't that long. Break that down by 5s. You probably got like 6, 7, hopefully 8 more growth spurts, I wish the very best for you. But in order to do that, you got to be the best you. And you got to put yourself first, always. We say that, right? So that's why I say when it comes to who you serve, who did you need? Because you're still showing yourself love, right? Now, why do you do what you do? Why I do what I do is because my father had a choice to get sober with me. I told him I'd be with him. I told him that I'd walk this journey with him, that we can do this together. We can become the best men that we can be for our family. And he said no. And I said, It was very prevalent that he made a choice. He chose to stand in his past pain versus his personal power. He chose to stand in his ego, then explore his imagination. He didn't trust the vision that somebody presented with him. You know, he put his will over what God has called us to do, right? Build up our family, uplift. He chose fear over tenacity. Did the opposite of pivot. You don't know what pivot is? I did a podcast episode on that as well. But he chose the opposite of that. And that's okay. I can't hold resentment for that. But that's why I do what I do. Because some people may have never been presented with that option to do it with someone. Someone to get them, communicate with them, understand their behavior style, individualize a treatment plan that's gonna push them towards being the best version of themselves. You know, it was so beautiful to see the amount of hope in the individual's eyes that I spoke to the other day, because I told him that you deserve everything else that everybody else has. You deserve it. You deserve to sit in first class. You deserve to go to the nice restaurants. You deserve to have a happy, healthy family. You deserve it. You should have saw their faces light up. You know, because coming from someone on that similar path of addiction, being broken in and out of the system, feeling like I'm undeserving, not good enough, like, that does a toll, one, on your self-confidence, two, on the things that you think you deserve. So that's why I do what I do. So really think about that. Like who do you serve? What do you do? And why do you do it? And stand on that. Stand behind that. You know, they say the first thing you do to building a house is pouring the foundation. I say the first thing you do is get permission. You got to get all the permits, right? To build. Then you got to go assess the ground, level the field, level the ground, and then you pour the foundation. So really self-assess, self-evaluate, whatever you want to call it. Take a look in the mirror and then see who you are, who you needed, and who do you serve. I love you guys. Keep going, keep rocking. Yo, please, 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 please. If anything resonated from this episode, share it with a friend, share it with a family member or loved one. Like, it really helps the show grow. I want you guys to be the best version of yourself always, continuously. Like, be rooted in that deeply and be as free as the ocean. Yo, I love you guys so much. Keep pushing, keep going. Like, don't quit now. You almost there, I promise you. We are back next week with a brand new mindset. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Until next time, stay focused, stay inspired, stay connected, and please, 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 don't let anyone touch your mindset.